everybody, and welcome back to the dumbest wolf pack on all of YouTube, Pit Stain Hobbies. We're back with the awesome Hachette Collections U96 U-Boat. This thing is pretty sweet. So we're on basically, I guess, pack 2. I'm going to start with kit 5 through 8, and if we go further, we go further. But this model, it's not really just a lot of just bolting stuff together. There's some actual, modeling involved with little plastic bits and gluing things, and it's a very good model, especially for the part work, because it takes a little bit of time to build all these stages. So we hope here to give you a good idea of what it's like to build this, and check the link below if you want to subscribe to this model. I think it's pretty damn cool, personally. But, my judgment, sometimes people take question with it. So either way, this is my only a small criticism of the entire kit is they don't label the screws on the bag. Now, luckily, this stage only has one bag of screws, and it looks to only have one type of screw in there. And we have our health and safety sheet. UKCA, all sorts of foreign languages and English. All parts belong to a kit. Collector's items for adults not suitable for children under 14. Uh-oh, I'm not supposed to build this. Well, I'm over 14, but mentally I'm not sure about that. All the instructions, yada, yada, yada. Okay, fantastic. Now that that's covered, we also get our little free gift with this pack, this beautiful little plaque. It's going to look nice in front of the finished model. Kind of like a museum display. It's pretty cool. So we're going to do some more work here on this conning tower, which is a lovely part. It's painted and whatnot on the inside. It's got the little swordfish on the outside there. And let's see here. Are there fiber optics in here? Let's see. There's some life preservers. And overboard. Some little plastic snorkely things. A little plastic part there. And yeah, look at this. I saw these on Todd's website. And these two little fiber optic light pipes with little brass or whatever ferrules crimped onto them. So that's interesting. And we got some red and green nav lights there. Some more plastic bits. So let's get to it. And these are CP screws. So what I'm doing is, as I get the screws and I identify them, I have my little bead organizers here. CP. My handwriting is so awesome, isn't it? Totally winning the YouTube award for best handwriting of a modeling channel. It's atrocious. I should have been a doctor, but I think patients would not make it if pharmacy had to read my prescriptions. So let's see. Okay, we're going to take this lovely part here, and we are going to take what we've got here. We've got some tweezers. Tweezers. There we go. And these little bits. I don't know if these are wood, or I'm assuming they got to be wood. Thing goes underwater. They're probably teak. That's the popular wood to use on a ship. So these go on a certain way. There's a curvature to them, so they should only go on that one way. And my buddy Todd on his website, by the way, I'm not using the factory instructions from Hachette, as I'm using the myU96build.com website from my buddy Todd. I'll put a link below. I find it easier to use. He highlights, gotchas and places where you could potentially mess things up, which I'm known to do. And I'm going to test fit this other piece on this other side here. Okay, they both fit great. So we got to put a little dab of CA glue under there, and we're going to glue these down. 1 sec, please. All right. So those are glued down. Focus. There we are. That's better. And now we got these two little bits here. This is A, and that's B. At least that's what I see on Todd's website. Man, my near vision is just not great anymore. Ever since I got that LASIK, I can see far away great without contacts or glasses. But man, up close, it's just everything's getting blurry. I'm going to be permanently just walking around the house wearing these things soon. Um, no, the doctor said I would probably need reading glasses at some point in the very near future. So this has a rectangular pin, and you got a rectangular hole here as well as here. Both these parts should only go in one way, like that, and then this one will go like that, and we're gonna get those glued into place. Now for these, I'm actually gonna use Tamiya extra thin. I find I just like it better. It gives you a little more working time than crazy glue. And, you know, it kind of like it welds the parts together. CA glue can be a little bit of a brittle connection from time to time. You all know what I'm talking about. You've done it. So let's see. Let's get that glued in there. Now, this is going to be a hold and wait type situation, so I'll be right back. Alrighty. Our parts are glued on. Now we got to flip this whole thing upside down. Okay, and I'm putting it here so that those little tubey things can stick up. I'm going to take one of these light lenses and one of the fiber optic guys. There's a little notch right there. You want to get that in the notch. And then you want to get this this is a little tricky. Let's see, you want this fiber optic in that little notch, and then, oh, for God's sake, situated behind this little tab. So hold on a second. Let me figure out how I'm going to do this. And then there. It's just finicky. It's just finicky. So we've got to get it. Let's just see how this fits on its own. Okay, so that fits in there like that. And then this little tubey doodad needs to go in there. Yeah, that's actually working okay. Yeah. So that's how they got to be. And we're doing the same thing with the red one on the other side over here. So let me get that in place. And you could also, you can use, you know, some blunt nose tweezers to like really get that in there. And obviously these are fiber optic light pipes to light up the nav lights here. So let me get the red one in and I'll be right back. Oakley dokley, neighbors. So I snapped that off at one point. I had to glue it back on. But our lights and light pipes are in, aka fiber optic tubes, and you want those little ferrules to be captured there. That's what I guess holds the fiber optic in there. Then we're going to get our little upper deck here that we overassembled. We should have left the gun off apparently, but whatever, it happens. And we're gonna fix her down here. We're gonna make sure all the little pins go into their homes. Apparently they're still a tiny bit proud of the surface, but no, they're fine. Yeah, they're matched up. So I'm going to get a little glue on those. And we'll be right back. Stay tuned for our sponsors and there's no ads. Oh no, there are ads. I mean, I'm monetized. Sorry about that. If you hate ads, YouTube just forces it on us now. BRB. All right, so we got just a couple of clamps holding that down because I used the Tamiya extra thin cement. Now what we got to do is get our little life belts. We're going to snip these off of the runner using our fancy God hand nippers. Oh, that's nice. There's only one sprue connection, and it's not on the painted parts. So that's very nice. No need to touch up paint. Always appreciated. Thank you, Hachette. Um, and we're gonna, yeah, my phone's dinging away. We're gonna take this and we're gonna shove it in these two little holes here. And of course it won't stay. Now since this is metal, I got to use the crazy glue, the cray glue, or as I call it, the ex-girlfriend glue, because it's crazy and it just does not want to let go of you and just sticks to you for as long as it possibly can, make your life miserable. Did I come up with a new funny? Yes. Crazy ex-girlfriend glue. I'm going to get those glued on in just one sec. Alrighty, well, I went ahead and glued on this little plate here. Now, here's where things are a little tricky. Not difficult, you just got to pay attention. Is what we're going to do is flip this girl over. So this fiber optic tube has to come out of this notch right here. Same on the other side. And to accomplish that feat is that little opening there in that plastic bulkhead. And what we're going to do is when we get this into place, there we go, just like that. Okay? And that's how that's going to look. And we're going to get a couple of those CP screws in there. We're going to do the same exact thing with the other side as well. I think this is called a bulwark, something like that. It says so on Todd's website, so I'm going to go with that. So 4 CP screws later, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, well, our bulwark, whatever, it's installed. And you see there's a little bit of a gap there at the front? Not to worry. We've got to put this little bit in there. It's got 2 pins, and they go in those 2 holes. And if my crazy glue hasn't, oh God, already clogged up again, I need new CA glue. I need some new crazy ex-girlfriend glue here. What? Why is there hissing? I don't know what's going on here. Let's get some CA in those little holes there. And let's get this little fella. Don't glue yourself to the model, Ian. Clicky. Okay. And that closes that up. Focus. Closes it up pretty well. I might. No, that's about as close as it's gonna get. So yeah, there we go. There's that. This has not gotten in the way too much yet. I snapped the handle off of it before. I don't know if anyone noticed. It was laying on the workbench at one point. But yeah, we got that done. And I think that's it for Pack 5. Yes, that is. That's it for Pack 5. Let's get Kit 6 out here. We got some things. Where's 6? That's 8. Here's 6. There we go. None the worse for wear. Another metal hull piece here. Quite nice. Stay. Get you guys out of the way. There we go. And we've got some screws, unidentified as of yet. And we've got this little thing. And we've got this little thing. And, it appears we might be missing a part or two. 6.6-4 and 6-5. Forward hydroplane drive box drive gear. Forward hydroplane shaft. Interesting. I wonder if this is the one that I dropped and it exploded open and fell over the floor. I'm gonna go hunting for parts now. I'll be right back. So when I was unpacking, when I first got the first 80-something stages of this model in, one of them fell on the floor. It was the pack that had these parts. and it exploded, and I thought I had all the parts, but I was missing these two just now. I hunted all over the floor, under my workbench, under my toolboxes. My knees and the palms of my hands are just killing me right now. They're on fire. Turned out it fell into a plastic parts tray from another partwork model that was underneath a cabinet. The way parts fall from your workbench never ceases to amaze me, and their creativity for their bounce and trajectory patterns opposite to what you're expecting. It's amazing. That being said, we finally got our parts. We have black AP screws. Oh, son of a... All right, we're also missing our silver AM screws. I swear. All right, back on the floor I go. 1 second. Clearly this U96 wants to be built because I have, yes, I found the screws straight away in the same general vicinity as the brass square rod and that little geary thingy. Because I'd be dead in the water without those two parts. I would have had to email Hachette and be like, I lost a part. I'm sorry. Can you send a replacement? Or I didn't see it in the package. I wouldn't lie, but, you know, it's like, oh, thank goodness. Again, when I say dumbest modeling channel on YouTube, it's not hyperbole. No, it is not rhetoric. I'm an idiot. But either way, we've got all our screws. We've finally got all our parts. Oh, God, let's get back to building. You know, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll get two packs done today. Nope. As usual. We're going to squeeze this fella on. We got a stud right there. 2 studs here. We got 3 little divots. How hard could that be? Let's see. And that one goes in. And then... yeah, that one. Oh, nice positive click. And, yeah, I believe... yes, those are in. My goodness. And we got to get 3 AM screws in here. 1, 2, and 3. So give me a sec. Whew, I'm already spent. It's not even 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like done. 1 sec. All right, that's installed. And we're going to take this little box and put it this way, right into there. Get her on top of them 2 holes, and then a couple AP screws in those 2 holes. So just 1 sec. Okay, that's installed. We're going to take our little gear here. Make sure you have the orientation there. And this is that smooth spot on the bottom. So we got to make sure this is oriented properly in its little area, just like that. Then we're going to take our shaft, and we're going to put that through there. Okay. And it stops so that you have pretty much an equal amount of shaft on both ends. So now we got that shaft in there. Shove her in. And we got to put an AM screw into that little hole there. That's kind of like a set screw just to hold the shaft in place, centered. But it is going into a plastic part, so we don't need to put any oil on it, and it's going to basically just be a set screw. So we don't want to over tighten it, but there we go. So now that will rotate, and that's for your bow planes in the front. Very nice. Perfect. I would assume they use a set screw. Maybe they like, we don't want to include an Allen key driver. I would go with a set screw personally. And then we got to take the bow here, put the wire through here, and mate this up to right here. And then clearly we have 4 screws, and that's going to be 4 AP screws there. So let me get those screwed in. 1 second. Okay, look at that. There we go. Those screws are in. And this is a little floppy right now, but it's going to get tightened up. Safety tip, not for these screws. This is that fiber reinforced plastic. It's you got to put a lot of force to get these screws in, like a lot. And during this, this is a pokey bit right here. It's very sharply molded. So be careful you don't jam your hand into those sharp corners. There we go. I know the UK is all about health and safety, and the US we have OSHA, but just trying to protect people. Kit 7. We got some little electronical things. Hopefully we didn't drop this one and explode it. No, I think that was the only pack that hit the ground and like popped open on me without warning. So now we've got this. Oh God, the guy at the factory in China that puts on the wire ties. Shake your hand, sir. Buy you a drink because you gotta hate your life. And now we got all sorts of noise happening. Look at that awesome little motor with a whole crazy reduction gearbox on it, for both slowing the speed down and increasing the torque. We got a combo set of screws here. Got 2 different screws in the bag. Looks like AP and AMs possibly. More health and safety placards, which weren't in the last pack because that fell out. And then we got some more gearbox components. And there we go. I think we got everything. And we have a sticker that says M2. So we're going to label that wire with this little guy. And let's scroll on down. Yes, we have all those. And they were CM are the silver screws. And AP. So I got to make a little CM label here. And we're going to put the little wire label on and then start assembling this sucker. 1 second, please. Alrighty. Here we go. We've got these 2 little screw holes here, and we got those 2 holes there, and they're going to go in there. And then we're going to put a couple of those little CM screws in, and right there. Yeah, 1 sec. I know it's intuitive, but I have to talk about it. 1 sec. Okay, well, I got these 2 screwed in, and if you can see, there's a little bit of gnarliness going on. I found it's a curved shoulder in here, and I took this Dremel bit, so it's a pointed stone bit, and I kind of hogged it out a little bit in the corners there, and also drilled it into the holes to countersink them, because they're those triangular taperhead flathead screws, because this one did not want to bite. This one would bite in, but this one, it just wasn't long enough. Either longer screws or just tear that away a little. And I shoved in this little gear. It's got a D-shaped hole on it. It goes right on. It goes on the drive shaft in only one direction. And then we got to shove this little retention block in here over that Achmel. There we go. So that's on there. And what are we going to do now? We're going to bolt it down. So this has a gear. I want some shmoo. I always shmoo my gears. I used to shmoo my wife, but we've been married a while now, so the only shmooing I get to do is at my workbench by myself. With my models, geez, guys, get your minds out of the gutter. Oh, I can't find my shmoo. 1 second, please. All right. So we got our shmoo. This is just some, this is in my Amazon store link, multi-purpose silicone grease, NSF certified. So it's like kitchen safe or something like that. And I just want to get a little bit of that silicone grease on there. I do it anytime I have like any sort of motorized gear-driven thing in any partwork model. And we're just going to throw this down on top of here and screw it down with 2 AP screws. And just give me a sec. Alrighty. Well, those are in. This has been a trying stage because I dropped parts all over my workshop like a month ago plus, and somehow they were still there and I found them. On to Kit 8. Every partwork company could just stage, issue, part. Oh God, it's so confusing. We have a hull connector. And we have another piece of the bottom of the hull. And we have some screws and another health and safety pamphlet. I mean, really, I know you. I don't really see those in other partwork models, but who knows? Let's see. So those are AM screws. I'm just gonna take this opportunity and put them into the AM section of the screw holder. There we go. Keep them organized, people. You never know. And we're gonna go ahead and squeezy, easy squeezy, squeezy this thing onto here, and you got 4 studs, and you got 4 little divots, and those will just go on. There we go. Nice and snug fit, and we'll get 4 AM screws in there. One moment, please. Alrighty, we got our 4 screws in there. And now we're going to take this other piece of lower hull, and we're going to do basically the same exact thing. We're going to line them up, and we're going to click them into place, make sure they click, and then 4 more AM screws. And one moment, please. Alrighty, we got that all together, and I got to say the panel gaps are beautiful. They're very nice, and this thing is going to get very big very, very quickly. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. I don't know where I'm going to stage this. I'm probably gonna have to use my 8-foot folding table or 6-foot folding table to hold this sucker as I'm building it. It's not going on a baking sheet on my baker's rack. That's for damn sure. And we're probably gonna throw these wires through here as well at some point, I'm assuming. Probably circuit board's probably going to be somewhere buried in the bottom, in the middle, or something like that. But whoo boy, look at that. It's looking nice. Already got 2 motors in here. One for the torpedo bay doors, and another one for the bow planes. So that's very fun. And there's probably going to be another one for the winch for the anchor. My buddy Todd's ahead of me, and go check out the myU96build.com if you want to see his progress. But he's doing a fantastic knock-up job as well, with beautiful detailed photos. And either way, click the links below, both to Todd's website and to sign up for your own U96 U-Boat. I mean, Germany was the enemy back then, but their technology was pretty cutting edge and cool. And I appreciate it all. I'm a big, big fan of all cool military hardware, be it foreign or domestic. So yeah. Okay, stay tuned. More great stuff coming up on the channel. Can't talk about it on here because this is a Hachette U96 video. But there may be a black Ford Falcon XB GT in our future. Not Mad Max. Not Mad Max. But yes, stay tuned, everybody. Be dialing. We'll see you next time on the Dumbest Wolf Pack on YouTube. Adios, everybody.